What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. I am tired of this cold weather. Got to start the video off by saying that. I feel like it's appropriate given the title of it. I've been thinking of some fragrances I would like to wear in the spring weather, if it ever comes. Hopefully it does come. I feel like it never used to get this cold in Florida, and now it's like a guarantee in winter now, but let's talk about some fragrances to cheer us up. And one of the fragrances I'm looking forward to wearing this spring is Dumont Nitro Elixir. Let's give a spray of that in the air. Almost destroyed my backdrop. Gotta say, at the price point, having a magnetic cap on this bad boy, you can't go wrong with it. And that smell is incredible. You really cannot go wrong with this. This is a YSL Myself L'Absolu clone, which I also like that one, but this is one of those times where I prefer the dupe fragrance over the original one. I do have that with a few of them. For me, L'Aventure Alharmane is the better fragrance compared to Creed Aventus, which is what it's duplicating, but I think L'Aventure is better. And I think this is better than YSL Myself L'Absolu. You pretty much get the same soapy cleanness you get. There's even like a praline note in here too, and some floral notes, which I'm not usually the biggest fan of floral fragrances for men, but I make an exception for this one. It is beautifully done, and for $40, you don't really get much better than this. That's Dumont Nitro Elixir. Coming at you guys with another cheapie that just came out. Afnan 9 p.m. Night Out. I did look kind of crazy just doing that atomizer test, But guys, this is like the only fragrance I know of that has a dragon fruit note in it, and it's done beautifully for the price point it's going for. I mean, that releases at $50, but give this a few months and watch it come down to like $30 at $26 price range. It will be a steal for this. I can't wait when I have days off from work. I'm gonna be wearing this when I'm out and about. Afnan usually always knocks it out the park whenever they make something, but this, and I don't even know a fragrance it smells too similar to, only than the original 9 p.m. in its line, but for about $45, $50 right now, it's still worth it. That freshness but sweetness always gets the compliments and always does well. And the performance is pretty good too, as expected with an Afnan fragrance. And it'll do really well in the cooler weather as well as the hotter weather. Hence why I put this in the spring video. But you could wear this in summer too. It is a really pleasant smell. Honestly, it's one of the best ones that they've made. It's Afnan 9 p.m. Night Out. Getting in the more expensive category here, I'm going with Roja Parfums Vetiver. More specifically, Roja Parfums Vetiver Parfum Cologne. Let's look at that sprayer. Vetiver is a note that can be somewhat polarizing to people. And, with a lot of people, it's like a love and hate relationship with it. Here, let me English correctly first. What I'm trying to say is you either love the note of vetiver or you hate it. I'm holding this bottle backwards. But I love the note of vetiver. I think it is great when it's done and blended well. And of course, with Roja Dove, he always makes great fragrances. And this is blended beautifully. This is something that I wear if I'm going to a fancy dinner, or if I just want to smell like I got my stuff together at work. This one will definitely make you smell like the man in charge of whatever it is you do. You're going to smell fantastic. This is definitely grown man smelling. The young guys ain't going to appreciate this one too much. Has that citrus at the top and that smoky vetiver and some woods. For a lot of people, It could even work for dudes who just want something that smells nice and they're not heavy into fragrances like me. It is expensive, but you absolutely get what you paid for. And it lasts a long time too. It's one of the best vetiver fragrances ever made. Honestly, my personal favorite. Seroja Vetiver Parfum Cologne. Let's keep it green over here with the green fragrances. Creed Green Irish Tweed. This is, without a doubt, my favorite Creed fragrance. Look at that atomizer real quick. Hold up. The atomizer's fire, but also the scent. This is one of the best colognes I've ever smelled. I think every dude should get his nose on this one. It's a classic. It was made by the same perfumer that made Cool Water. Now this one came before Cool Water. And to give you an idea of what this smells like, it basically does smell like Cool Water, but it's not as aquatic as Cool Water can be. And in case you live under a rock, this right here is Davidoff Cool Water, released in 1988. Green Irish Tweed was released in 1986 before it. Honestly, you could put Cool Water in this video too as something that will just work well for the spring weather, but this just smells like a literal spring. It smells like you're walking on a countryside in Scotland or something like that. It starts off with that citrus at the top and then it dries down with some greens and some woodiness. At least to me, it comes across that way. Maybe some floral notes in there, but I ain't smelling none of that. To me, it's just citrus, greens, and woods. It's a manly cologne. Hard to beat it. It's timeless. Still fits in today's society, if you ask me. It's Creed Green Irish Tweed. Another great fragrance for this video. Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum Boisé. I always go back and forth with Givenchy Gentleman Society Extreme and this being my favorite Givenchy fragrance. But more often than not, it's this one. You know, it's got that fresh but professional kind of smell to it. You can get it for a really good price, but for how it smells, I really feel like I have to at least be wearing a polo. It's at least be semi-formal to wear this. This really smells like grown man. You know, it has like a sweet chocolatey, I can't talk. It has like a sweet chocolatey note to it under all of that I find really pleasant. And it will work well when it's still cold in the morning, but heating up during the day. And you can get it for like $40 if you look hard enough. This is worth it and then some. Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum Boisé. A fragrance that is recent to my collection. It's Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne Forte. To me, it kind of smells like lemonade when it first opens up. Not for a long time, but, you know, brief enough. It smells like a lemonade kind of beverage going on here. That's the freshness it comes with, the citrus it comes with. I'm pretty sure it's more than just lemon. There's some other citrus in there, maybe bergamot. But it's good. It is a great release from Guerlain, and it's unfortunate that it's a limited edition. I need to get a backup bottle of this soon, because this smells too good to just only have at one time. Like, this is going to be perfect for the spring. It just smells like, you know, flowers blooming, honestly. It's just fresh outside. The vibes are immaculate with this one. You got to get it in your collection if you haven't. Hopefully it's on discounters now, but it's Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne Forte. Finishing off the video here, we got Yves Saint Laurent Y Iced Cologne. A new release that's going to be a hype beast. Probably might be by the time I'm uploading this. Who knows? That atomizer is just killer. I cannot say enough good things about the Y line in general. I like all of them. I don't think they've made a single bad fragrance in this line. I love the L'Homme line too. YSL is just really one of the best designer houses out there. There's no denying it. And this is a great fragrance. It has that minty freshness. It's heavy on the mint. You gotta like mint to like this one. But it has like a minty tea note. And then it dries down to kind of like the original Y, Eau de Toilette even a little bit. Somewhere in the middle of Y Eau de Parfum and Y Eau de Toilette is what this drank. Still can't talk. Look at that. Somewhere in between Y Eau de Toilette and Y Eau de Parfum is what this dries down to. It is a really, really pleasant smell. You could easily wear this in the gym, just don't go too heavy on the sprayer. Coming from an oversprayer, I love to overspray, but even this in the gym, I ain't spraying too much of it. But it's really just hyper versatile, guys. You can wear this any time of the year, really. It just might come across the best in spring due to the extreme freshness that it has. I think this is the freshest Y I've ever smelt. You got to get it in your collection as soon as it hits discounters. Heck, I had to buy it right when it came out. I couldn't wait. It is a good one. Atomizer's fire, the longevity's fire for an Eau de Toilette. You'd be missing out to not have this one. That's why I sell Y Iced Cologne. Thank you guys for hanging with me today, and while I talk about some fragrances that I love and can't wait to wear in this spring weather whenever it does come here. I'm going to be doing some more reviews of some new stuff. I got Stronger with You Powerfully coming soon in the mail here. And I got a few other new things that'll be getting reviewed. And some other videos that have already been recorded that I'll eventually release after this one. Gotta stay tuned to see. Subscribe and hit that bell for more. Peace out, guys.